Hello. Today I want to talk to you about Mary at Jesus' feet. There are 6 Marys in the New Testament in the Bible, and I want to talk about one particular Mary, and that is the sister of Martha and Lazarus, who lived in Bethany near Jerusalem. There are 3 meetings recorded that she has with Jesus in the New Testament. And to me, Mary seems like the archetype or the paradigm of a faithful, true and bold disciple. The first meeting that's recorded in the New Testament is in Luke's Gospel, chapter 10, where we find Mary sitting at Jesus' feet. You may recall the story where her sister Martha is increasingly distracted and bothered by the fact that Mary isn't helping her with the hospitality when Jesus is visiting her house. And yet Mary is commended by Jesus for doing the right thing. And we see Mary there sitting at Jesus' feet, taking in every word that Jesus has to say. The second time we see Mary and Jesus interacting is recorded in John's Gospel, chapter 11. And we gather that Mary's brother Lazarus is ill, and the 2 sisters send a message to Jesus asking him to come and help. But Jesus inexplicably decides to delay going to help. And during that time, Lazarus gets increasingly ill and dies. Martha's response when Jesus comes is one of frustration, and you can understand why that might be. And Mary's response is the same. When Mary comes to where Jesus was and saw him, she fell at his feet, saying, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." We see here Mary coming to the foot of Jesus in despair, in the hope that he might be able to do something in the face of evil and suffering. Thirdly, we see Mary anointing Jesus' feet in the next chapter in John's Gospel, chapter 12. And it seems to me that Mary, better than the disciples, understands the centrality of suffering in Jesus' mission and ministry. She embraces Jesus' teaching about the purpose of a suffering Messiah, where the disciples really struggle at this particular point in the narrative. So we see a progression of Mary sitting at Jesus' feet in a place of ease, then falling at Jesus' feet in a place of desperation, and then anointing Jesus' feet to prepare him for his burial. I find these 3 actions incredibly helpful when I'm thinking about how I should behave as I seek to follow Jesus in my life. And I commend them to you. I think Mary's actions speak louder than any words can. And I choose to follow her example.